All right, good morning, everyone. It's Trader Rob. We are live Friday, November 14th. Happy Friday to everybody. What about those setups from yesterday? Holy shit, man. I think everything hit. Took a trade last night at about 11, I don't know, about 11:30 at night. That's why you see the P&L in the green already. Took that ES setup that I left you guys with yesterday. That was a beaut. Actually, I could have targeted a lot more. I was just a little, no, that's the NQ trade that we hit. Let's see. Let's get to the ES one. That was a beauty. There we go. Oh yeah, right here. Real nice setup. 67.45, the one I gave you guys yesterday. Took that one last night. And the NQ trade I left you guys with, 24.957. That hit TP1, TP2. And 24.957. Is that the same one? No, I thought I took a screenshot of the other one. Might have missed the other one, but the other one hit as well. So setups are on fire. All right, as far as the NQ, we've got a setup down here at the 24.523.50. Going up to the 24.531.75. TP2 24.536.50. Stop loss at 24.516. Again, entry at the 24.523.50. TP1 at 24.531.75. And TP2 24.536.50. So that's one that we got to look forward to this morning. ES, the closest signal we got right now is the 66.48, targeting the 66.51. And then TP2 being 66.53 with a stop loss at the 66.41. Below that, we got one at 66.16, targeting the 66.19 and the 66.21 with a stop at the 66.09. And I've got a bunch of stuff to map out here this morning. Random, good morning. Steve, good morning. Hopefully you guys took some... I mean, who was in the green yesterday? I mean, those setups... I don't think you can get much better than that. An abnormal amount of setups. I think everything hit. I don't know what... there was nothing there that took a stop yesterday. I think there was maybe about 8 setups. It's kind of a crazy... crazy Thursday. A lot of price action. A lot of price action overnight, too. Big drop. I'll say good morning. New York Brenham, good morning. Randy, good morning. All right, let's see what we can find here this morning. So we got a pocket right here that had a nice move. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm on the ES, sorry. Switch over to the NQ. Pocket right there. Yeah, looks like we're going right into it pretty quickly. Yeah, we're going into this one really quickly, guys. This one's going to tap in real soon here. So this is a little too early for me to take, but my entry would have been right here. Okay, that was a good non-trade. That was a really good non-trade there. That's why I don't like those first... Oh. That was a nice little pump there. All right, let's see what else. Next area is right here. Let's see what this has got now. I don't know who gave me the recommendation yesterday for the snap settings, but fixed everything on my charts. Feel really great about that. I wouldn't take this trade yet, guys, because this is just too market's still going a little nutty. I'm just mapping these out as I see fit. But you guys do what you want. This one's coming real quick. Again, I wouldn't take this setup yet. It's just a little too early from the market open for me. But it would be at the 24,805, targeting the 24,799 and the 795 with the stop loss at the 817. Let's jump to the 1. Like I said, it's too early in the market open for me to entertain this one. Oh, that was TP1 and TP2. That was quick. That was a very, very quick TP1 and TP2. Well, looks like the market's trying to regain some ground here. Well, Morgan, I just gave a setup on the NQ at the 24,805. It was just too early in the morning for me, and that one came pretty quick, but that one hit TP1 and TP2. I'm green from last night's ES trade setup. I took it at about 11. I think it was like 11, between 11 and 11:30. I can't remember exact time. But that was the setup that I had left you guys with yesterday on the ES. And this one doesn't look the greatest. So it's a nice TP1, TP2. Couldn't do nothing with that one. Now let's take a look right up here. Not a fan of the volume profile on this one. Not a fan of that. Not much as far as headline news, or high impact news, I should say. For a while. Again, this one over here originated from the impulsive move. So far, it's like a B- setup. So I definitely would want to just kind of monitor this one. It's so nice now. So easy to mark up the charts quickly. I forgot who gave me that recommendation yesterday, but the snap settings is what I needed to change. And I had it to bar, and it needed to be set to the tick. All right, so on the NQ, we've got about a B minus setup right now. I want to see what price action starts doing when we get down here. 24,664 point and a quarter, targeting the 2460.75, and then the 678 for TP2. Stop loss at the 24,655 and a quarter. Again, entry at the 664.25. TP1 670.75. TP2 678 with a stop loss at the 24,655. And if we jump over to the yes, we got the setup still here on the downside at the 66.48, targeting the 66.51, 66.53, and a stop loss at the 66.41. Again, entry 66.48, TP1 66.51, TP2 66.53, with a stop loss at the 66.41.50. All right, Jules, I will get to you either at a break or right after the stream. Morning, Joe. Morning, Ty. Morning, GTO. Morning, Billy Joe. Morning, Morgan. Steph, I think I already gave you a good morning, but Scott, good morning, just in case I missed it. All right. So anybody commenting on how did you guys end up yesterday? I mean, literally yesterday, I think just with the limit order, just targeting TP1 on every single setup would have made you an absolute shit ton of money. Now, you could always mess that up. That was a good example of that. I've just been in the hole, I think feels like this entire week, starting off with the first trade and then getting myself completely out of the hole. I ended off the trading session yesterday. Believe it was $19 in the positive. I took a screenshot of it and I put it on my Discord. Let's see. What was it? What was it? Yeah, it was, I ended off the actual trading session yesterday up 1750. So again, that was a huge hole that I came out of yesterday. Now, my journal, my Tradezilla, is going to show probably 200 and something because the trade I took last night at 11:30 still counts as yesterday's trade. For the way Ninja calculates profit and loss, it's based on till 5 p.m. I think 4 p.m. because you can't trade from 4 to 5. So my trading session P&L yesterday ended up at 17 bucks. But that was also coming back from like, I don't know, what was I down? Like 4,500 from that ES trade that I kind of fumbled. All right, ES. Talking too much. Let's see what the ES can afford us here. Let's jump to the 1 and get rid of these guys. These were the trades from yesterday. Let's go to the 1. All right. Now let's see. It's a lofty target, but this is so nice. So nice. Did a lot of updates yesterday on my charts and my computer. So I know I was kind of constantly having an issue with my mic yesterday. So every time you do an update to OBS, which is the streaming software I use, which is pretty much what everybody uses, it defaults to the default mic instead of the mic that I've got here. And then when I do my coming right back, when I'm taking a break or doing whatever I got to do, I still had the mic enabled, which is kind of stupid of me. So I disabled that. So now I don't have to mess with the actual mute button. Stop loss. Load. All right. Here's something a little interesting on the ES. You maybe squeak out a little bit more on TP1 here. But entries at 67.35, targeting 67.33, and then 67.29 with a stop loss at the 67.40. Entry at the 67.35.50. TP1 at the 67.33 and a quarter. TP2 at 67.29 and a half. And then our stop loss at 67.40 and a quarter. All right, guys, we're going to do just a really small test here. I'm going to go into the be right back. I'm going to talk into the mic, and you let me know if you can hear me or not, or if it's just the background music. It should be just background music. All right, let me know if anybody could hear me talking into the mic when I was in that, or was it just background music? Only music. All right. Cool. So I accomplished a lot yesterday. Pretty happy about that. All right, let's go. NQ. Let's look at the NQ here now. Nice little move. Nice little move. Don't like these little pullbacks right here, but we'll see what the chart shows us. Oh, nice. Nice. Right here, we got a nice little move. Kind of a shitty TP1. To be honest with you, not the greatest TP1. This is a game changer, man. This is so quick. So quick. Love it. Things just need to work. Entry. Load. Don't like doing my stop loss first. I like doing my TPs first because I am very superstitious. I said that wrong. Superstitious. TPs. Load. Stop loss. Okay. We got a little setup here. Oh man, TP1's kind of weak. You know what? I'm sorry. The entry is off. There we go. Well, that offs that much. Okay. Not sure what happened there. So the correct entry on this is 24,811.75. Targeting. Sorry, let me just get this. 2411.75 targeting the 819 and a quarter. TP2 at the 826 and a quarter. And stop loss at 803 and a half. Entry 811.75. TP1 819.25. TP2 826.25. Stop loss 803.50. This just a little bit. Yes. Kind of monitor both of these here. Thanks everybody for the feedback. $67.35. Not much defense there, though. Why not? Why not? 67.30, so TP1 they're very interested in. Let's jump down here. Why aren't you guys defending the 35s yet? Okay, so far the 35s are very weak. Very weak. So I would like to see them, I'd like to see the 3750s get stepped up right here, which to me looks like they will. See how nice that is? Right to the tick. It's the small things that I like. All right, this is interesting. Not much at the 35s right now. Let me scan that pocket one more time. That's a nice impulsive move. Yeah, we did kind of sweep here. Let me see if I can show you guys this. It's going to show it really well on the 1 minute. So this would have been the impulsive move. You could see that we did this little sweep right here of our entry. I don't like that. I don't like that actually. So now I just got to see how they come in at the 35s, which right now they're not showing much strength at all. I would rate this like a B- setup right now, guys. And I believe take profits 40% either ends today. No, they're still running that. That is currently the best deal that I see. 40% off for life. Could have swore I thought that was coming to an end though soon. Funding ticks is nothing really super special yet. They've got a 20 off for existing, 35 off for new activations. And Tradeify, I believe, is 30% off. Well, that ends today. Yeah, that's what I knew, something was ending today. So Tradeify 30% ends today. Sorry, I got this song stuck in my head that I was listening to last night. I was down here late last night. I was on the charts till about 12:30. Actually, didn't get that great of a sleep last night. It doesn't help when I'm up at 5 o'clock. Let's see. What does this say? Sorry guys, just doing some cleanup work here. Anybody got some good plans for the weekend? I will actually be golfing tomorrow with my son. It's supposed to be 60 in like the mid 60s here tomorrow, which for us in middle of November is pretty fire. Got that done. Going back to work 4 weeks. You're gonna be able to be on this, watch the stream when you go back, or no? 6 nights in a row, Chump Saw saying. Yeah, actually, tomorrow would have been a great day to get some of the Christmas. I'm putting up some new lights that a buddy of mine put up in his house. And tomorrow could actually look like a great day to do it, but I will be golfing. What about Starlink, Mike? They have like that Starlink that people use for like RVs, not like the home one, but like it's a portable version of it, much smaller. And what I heard is that it's like pay as you go. So if you just need it for like a month, you could just turn it on and then just turn it right back off. So you're not stuck in like a yearly thing. And I heard the internet speeds is really fast. I don't know how much. Let me see. How much is that Starlink? Yeah, I got one for 40 bucks. 40 bucks a month, that seems pretty cheap. How much is the actual... How much is the actual, the frick is it called? The satellite thing. Let's see. Let's put in my address here. I think it's around 55 with initial. See, yeah, that 500. That's kind of tough. I wonder maybe if it goes on sale like around the Black Friday or the Thanksgiving sale. So they're saying the residential light, which gives you speeds up to 250, which is really good. I mean, it's decent. That one's $80 a month, but there's no upfront hardware cost. The only thing is if you cancel the service, you just got to send them back the hardware. I mean, if you can, like, cancel and after a month, I don't know, I think that's a pretty decent deal. That's actually not bad. Still haven't been able to... They installed the fiber, AT&T fiber in my area, but still not available to actually sign up for it. Would love a secondary internet service. Let's see. Jump to the 15 here. Let's see something here. So that's where I tap right back into. Okay, that's where you're stopping over there. It's true. I never thought about it that way. No trade yet this morning. Did map out a short setup on the NQ that hit TP1 and TP2, but it was maybe about 6 or 7 minutes after the market opened. And it came really fast. I'm green because I took a trade. I took the ES long setup that I gave from yesterday. I took that one at about 11:30ish, I think. And I could have taken a lot more out of that one. But not a huge fan of trading that late at night. So let me ask you a question for the chat. on average, how many trades outside of the setups that you guys are looking at that I map out here do you guys take per day? You know, maybe on your own setup or on whatever you guys are seeing on the chart. What do you think the average is? I'd probably do a poll, but I don't know how to do that. Oh, I do. Start a poll. Huh. This is cool. Never done this before. Never did this before, so let's see if this works. Stram. Oh, it's funny, Rob. I can't edit the poll either, so it's obviously not stream. Oh, that's pretty good. Wow, what a useful little feature this poll thing is. Too many. So let me ask you something. What and this is not, I don't mean to sound condescending or putting anybody down, but what do you guys feel is the reason that you want to take more trades? Is it to make more money? Is it just because you love the act of pressing the buttons, being in a trade? Is it typically when you're down, you're trying to make up for what you're down? What do you guys, what's the main reason for, I guess, the over trading maybe? And it might not be. I mean, you might have a strategy that takes 5-10 setups a day. I don't know. But I think every trader, especially in their beginning stages, or I should call it the unprofitable stage, should just try doing what I did for a month and take one setup per day. If it's green, you're done. Lock yourself out. If you're red, if you lose the trade, you're allowed one more trade. That's it. And just, I mean, you have nothing to lose. I mean, for a month, you know, unless you're super profitable with your system right now, then keep doing what you're doing. But if you're still struggling, I will feel very strongly that that you're going to see some really good results. Yeah, I don't know why the 35s right here, this is dead. It's like there's nothing there. There's no volume right there right now. Don't like that. Love the 30s for some reason. Yesterday I made too much money, if you could believe. Oh yeah, no, I know. I mean, I don't mind. That is. I'm gonna be 100% transparent here. It is the one thing that does hamper me sometimes. Are the funded accounts that I have attached to my cash accounts? Because I do have that fear that, you know, if I make $1,000 in each account, that, you know, now my consistency score is all jacked up. And when I traded just my cash accounts, I didn't care. I was just taking setups, and I didn't, you know, I would just look for A+ setups, and I really didn't care about the P&L. Maybe I should just get back into that mentality and just screw the consistency, you know, bump the consistency up, and then over time, you know, that consistency score will come down to where you could take a payout. I've just been going very slow and steady. Very, very slow and steady. Nice little move there on the NQ. I already saw this already. I don't like this. I don't like that at all. Okay, so on the ES, I did find an area here we're going to have a reaction to. At the 6677s down to the 73s. Just looks a little sweepy to me down here. Like right at the 70s. Right here, this big volume node. Doesn't give me a great feeling, but I'm going to take a look at this. I'll keep looking at this one right here. This area. Let's see what the 811s are doing. Too bad. Yeah, for sure. They're good for weeks, man. We trade that signal that we took yesterday that somebody on my group posted. I had forgotten. I mean, that signal was, I don't know, a week or two old, 3 weeks old. That thing hit perfectly. My only resets come at contract expirations. We're gonna do new contracts. I usually reset all my signals at that point. Damn, Nordic, you say you've got a long at the 6674? That's smack in that area. You are onto something, girl. Or, boy, sorry. You are onto something. That's impressive. That's impressive. I love it when people start figuring this out. Alright, what the 35's doing a little bit. They just came in lately still. 40s, of course, are coming in strong. So there's going to be a fight at TP2. It's going to be the first real test of some real unbalanced volume right here at the 30s. So I don't know. This just trade this looks kind of B minuses to me right now. Sure, Mike, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, what does that do additionally? Hold on one second. Let me just keep monitoring this ES trade here real quick. All right, now they formed a wall right at the 38s. We have a little bit of defense before our 40s. I like that. The 35s are still kind of weak, though. Still weak. Billy Joe, he posted that in our signal group. Must have been at work when you posted that because I didn't even see that. Let's see. Where is it? Okay, there's a 5-minute and 15-minute level at 60. So, which one's your 15-minute level? See your entry. I see your entry would have been here. Oh, that trade would have worked nicely. Or no, this was from the setup. Okay, so this is the 15-minute level right here. Okay. Yeah, I like the setup. I have to see it in a little bit more context, but yeah, I like it. Well done. So what's this? Yeah, you're right on the ledge. Love it. Love it. So you gotta be real careful here because you've got a possibility of a sweep to the 37 to the 6 to the 60 67.38. So this is kind of your defense right there. It's kind of close to our stop though. I'd like to see the 35s coming strong. The 35s so far are pretty weak. I mean, it has the most contracts out of all of the levels right here until you get to the 38s, but and the market's been kind of ranging here, so might want to look for a nice little impulsive move up, grab some liquidity, open some auctions, and so again, B minus setup right now. The result. Oh. Nice. Maybe about a point and a half of drawdown there. It's great. You had the defense. I mean, you saw where the defense came from. I like it. So I'll show you guys the result here of that setup that he had mapped out. There's not a lot of drawdown there. A lot of absorption here where I thought there would be at TP2. Now we'll see some kind of move. It's gonna have to. So intermediate target that they could, just what they just placed right now, they could come after this. 67.20s is a great area for them to close out an auction. I mean, they picked up some good contracts there at the 30s. So they might just close this out really quick and then come after whatever they got up here. Simple auction process theory. Oh, they just took everything out. All right, so that's done. They wiped that out right there. Now they can come back. Well, they're still kind of stacked here. So you could retest this up here before making a bigger move down to the O2s right around here. This is a big price for them. I don't know if they did enough contracts there yet, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but Mike, at least you knew that that's where the defense was coming. You know, without level 2, you're shooting blanks, man. You can get good, you know, just with volume profile and just with the levels, you'll be successful. But you add the level 2 and you got some conviction behind your setups. Right back. Use the same. Okay. TP2 should have been at the order. Well, you got to look at it in the reverse, actually. This is what I expect. This is exactly what you expect at the TPs. There's a reason why TPs have high interest, because that's what we want to target as well. So you kind of have to look at it in the reverse. Like I always say, most of my TPs are always going to have reaction points. And that's what we want to see. Oh, crappers. Come on. Uh-oh. Strong move here on the ES, and I'm stuck on this indicator now. Shit. Come on, man. Just plot already. Strong move there. $35's coming in now. 37s. Is this thing still thinking? Okay. All right, there's the tap in. Nope. Man, I almost pressed the sell button. Didn't get the footprint there. I want to tap into these 38s. Let's see. Almost pressed it there. Let's see. Let's see here. That was decent. No, not two. That was a strong move, though. $40s are. I might get swiped here. Come on, yes. Take a little dumpy here. You got the 32s to clean up. You got the 32s to clean up. They kind of formed a wall right here. Let's see if we can break through that. Oh, that was close. All right, so they tapped into that wall. Now clean up the 32s, please. Por favor. Yeah, buyers are still stepping in. Darn it. That was a nice little move right there. I was hoping that that would be enough. I don't want to stay in right here too long. It's got to move. Shit. That's the impulse right there. Now it could be a swipe. Save some capital here or not? Let's go. Let's go. Save some capital. The 40s, it's just not a lot of... There we go. Shit. You little bastard. I'll give it a few ticks there just so I don't get swiped by a point or a tick. Big fight here, though. Big old fight. I actually wouldn't even mind taking this to break even if I could. Let's go. Take it. Take the 32s. You know you need the 32s. You know you need the 32s. I think I'm going... I had a chance to close that one out. I was going to close it out at this $100 profit there, but I missed it, so that's not a good sign. Come on. Have some conviction here. Just don't like it hanging around here too long. Let's go, let's go. Nice, nice. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. There was the move. Oh, a tick to TP2. They did balance a lot of this shit out here at the TP2s, though. Let's see. Let's see if I can still make that move. It's right at the 30s. Yeah, that's where it was at. They could retest it. I'm just not sure. They could retest the 30s. And then you could probably take your TP2, but that was the move right there, man. I was off by a tick there. Yeah, it was one tick off. Let's see. Still not out of it. Well, I am, but... Come on. Oh, nice entry. 67.39. Good job. Yeah, so they really cleaned up. They cleaned up what I thought they would need to clean up on TP2. We missed that by a tick. They did clean that up, though. That was what was left unbalanced. Forgot who said about taking the trade at the 67.29. That's the reason. We know where they want to come into. Hit the like button, people. The setups just keep coming. It's the second one today. Let's go. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost you a penny. Let's see. They could very easily retest it. They could come right down to the tick, right back down to here as well. I'm really upset that that was off by a tick there. Sorry, peeps. For those waiting for TP2, let's go. Don't make me look bad. Don't make me look a tick bad. It's gonna... The 40s is now... I mean, they obviously have an auction that they can do right at the 40s. That's simple. Wouldn't be surprised to take out the 40s, swipe the 30s. Sure did, Brian. But again, you need to have a plan. You know, I mean, the plan was, you know, the level of defense was at 37, the 67.38s, and that's what it tapped into. Yeah, this was a little sweaty over here for sure. And there's also a reason why I also labeled it a B- trade before getting into it. I mean, they did step in, you know, once we got to TP1. I did see them coming in at the 35s. Come on, just take the 30s, man. Oh, the 30s would be... Yeah, that's what they need to take. But they'll probably swipe down here a little bit. It's a coin flip. They could take the 40s, they could take the 30s. At this point. It's too close of an auction to determine that correctly. Boom shakalaka. Nicely done. Let's see here. Alright, so we missed TP2 by a tick, so that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. But I'm hoping a bunch of you guys made some money on that trade. And with that, I'm going to use the washroom. While I'm gone, hit the like button. Appreciate it, guys. Who's green this morning? Who is green? You know what? Let's put a poll. Now I know how to do a poll. Who is green this morning? Oh, now that I figured this out, you guys are going to give me polls left and right. Oh, I love this stuff. Green, red. Sorry, that's already been answered. Right now I'm on the 1 minute. I'm typically, whenever we're in a trade, unless something, I'm stuck on the 5 or something like that, but I'm always on the 1 when we get into the trade. The setups are coming from the 15 and the 5. So this price action, unfortunately, here, this is all pretty shitty price action. There's nothing impulsive here. Obviously, you can make a little case. Well, we're on the 1 minute, but if you go to the higher time frame, this is just kind of shitty stuff right now. Got a lot of liquidity sitting up here. Right here. Big stop run area. And then again, don't forget about the 6703. That's going to be their area that they're going to want to revisit sometime today, just to close out a lot of this crap that they just did right here. NQ, what happened with the NQ here? All right, so we had the IB. Nice retest there. Well, looks like the IB trade would have worked out today. It would have been a little dicey. Well, we would have been down here. 930, 931. Oh, the IB trade would have worked out. Let's see if there's any. Let's see if there's any footprint confirmation in that area. It's gonna take me forever to scroll. Right there. Right there. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, that would have been dirty. That would have been dirty. Let's see. If we go to the NQ, so you did get a great footprint confirmation. 52 positive delta, red negative footprint. And but that missed it by a tick up there on that test. Let's see if it tested again. I think it did. Let's see. Slow down. Slow down there, buddy. Oh, that was it. That was it. That would have been, man. Too bad we weren't looking at that. That would have been a 15-pointer for sure. That's clean. This is super clean right here. Too bad we were stuck on the ES at that time, but look at that. 129 green delta, red footprint candle, IB high. That's probably the first clean one I've seen in a while. All right, so they swiped a lot of this here. Now they can make a move to the 6703s. Makes the most logical sense here. Especially on a Friday, today like today, this is going to be in play. And the NQ, let's see what's going on here. Oh. random. So yeah, so the $6.99 membership on YouTube, it's one, obviously to support the channel, and supporting the setups. Two, there is going to be private. I already have one scheduled, and I'm scheduling another one. There's going to be private live streams for about an hour or two, depending on how many people are, hop onto it, where we go over, setups, my volume profile, the settings, the footprint charts, what I'm kind of looking at in my setups, answering questions that you guys have one-on-one, pretty much. So, and then there will be, I will say, there will be a lot of perks coming up, or things that you'd be interested in taking that. I just don't want to say them right now. I don't want to over promise and under deliver. So for right now, that's all it is. Let's take a look at this guy, right? Where are we at? Price actions right here. This looks interesting. Looks interesting. Let's see what happened here. Gotta get this song out of my head. Not the greatest setup here, but I'm just kind of mapping this out. Just want to see what kind of reaction we get here. Alright, that would have taken TP1. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. It's crazy. I don't know why this takes so long down here. Let's go, man. My chart's frozen. Okay. Nothing good. All right, let's jump over to the ES now. Get rid of this guy. And we got an area right here now that we just left. shit. And then we got a sneaky little area right here. Sneaky little area right there. I don't know why this is here. I don't know why that's there. Kind of broke structure there. Not great. $67.93s. Buttercup. This looks somewhat interesting. TP1 looks like shit, though. Not a fan of that. You come. TP1 looks kind of crappy here. It kind of broke structure, but not really. And it did, but not with a lot of conviction. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm gonna turn this white. I'm just gonna take a look and see what happens there. And Q had a nice move, obviously, but this was very ugly right here. The way it got there until this was pretty clean, but actually this wasn't even clean. It wasn't super clean either. Key 120 days on the 15 and 1 hour, and 45 day on the 5 and the 1. All right, I'm gonna go refresh my coffee, guys. Be right back. Did we forget the IB? Well, the IB happened on the NQ right at the ES, right during the ES trade, so all my focus was there. Even though the IB would have had a beautiful setup on with the footprint confirmation, but it's okay. All right, I'm back. That is correct, random. Nice. 80% green. Good job. Good job, everybody. I'm going to guess maybe the 20% that are red, maybe we're looking for TP2 on the ES. Possible. That still hurts, the fact that we missed that one by a tick. Not happy about that. Thanks, Michael, for the support, man. You do more than you do enough. I could tell you that. Well, feels like we're kind of going back in a lull here. ES is going to want to come into the 50s. We're going to want that for sure. What else is going on? Let's see what's going on with the NQ. 180s. Stops. Those are stops right there. 120s right here. 85s. Both the ES and the NQ have targets that they're going to go for on the intermediate side. What I see. That is correct, Key. can repay me by using my entries. Oh, man. All right, how about this? How about this? Let's just see real quick here. Take that out. Did the ES take it out? Yeah, right about the same place. That was easy to spot. Now we could see a little bounce, or it could come for the IB. What's the IB's at the 28s? Interesting. Right, so they balanced this out already. Did I ever have? No. So Steve, and I'll tell you why. So for the year and a half to 2 years that I was trading just the mechanical strategies, I would take the 3 trades or the 3 setups no matter what during the times with the rules that the mechanical strategies have. So I didn't have a profit goal because of that. You know, I would just let those 3 trades work out. And then as I evolved more into like the levels trades and the volume profile, how I trade now, I still would say I don't have a profit goal, but I would typically say on one account, let's say one of my cash accounts, the average going back 4 or 5 months is probably between $150 and $200 up for the day, which would usually equate to about one setup hitting TP on the NQ or the ES. And that could vary. I mean, I've had days where I've made $1,000 on each account, $800 on each account, and those are the days that you take like 3 setups, but they had to be an A+. But I went a solid month of strictly trading 1 setup per day. If I was green, I'd shut it down, which was very hard to do. Very hard to do. And I'm going to give you a reason why it was hard to do, not just for the normal reasons, but, you know, I'm giving signals to my group, and I know those signals are fire. I mean, the win rate on the signals have been 76% plus since February of this year. So for over 10 months. So I knew if I put a signal out that it was a pretty good probability that it was going to hit TP. I mean, you guys see it here every day on the stream for the last 3 weeks. I can't remember a setup that I've given you guys where it's just kind of blown through and hit stop loss. So it's typically TP2, a lot of, well, I would have to say on stream, 90% plus have been TP1 at least. So it was hard because I'm giving out signals that I know that look great, but I personally wasn't trading them for almost like the entire month. And I just wanted to kind of see if that theory was right, you know, if playing that out. And sure shit, man, at the end of the month, I was at like $3,000 in profit in one account, or actually in 2 accounts, 2 cash accounts. And I'm like, okay, this works. If I can just continue that. And then the setups, you know, when you've got a good win rate, they say take as many setups as you possibly can. So now I'm willing to take, you know, the setups as I see fit. But I'm still very selective. I mean, you see, sometimes it screws me. But it doesn't matter. It's more for the long term. I'd like to see what happens at the end of the week, at the end of the month, not necessarily daily. So sorry, that was a long-winded answer to no, I don't have profit targets. I'm more concerned on the quality of the setup and taking it, having the conviction to just take it. That was a decent little setup here. It's just the only issue is that we did break mini structure. We just didn't break really any big structure. So that's why I'd be very careful with this guy. This doesn't meet all my criteria. We'll see what happens here. Let's see, the 19s, the 20s, 25s. A really quick setup that I just found. It didn't break major structure. It just broke structure right here. I would have liked to break structure down below, all the way down here, but it's going to take a while to get there. Good non-trade there. No footprint. Nicely done. If you guys can notice here, I know we're on the 1, but just bear with me. So we broke structure here, but we didn't break any major structure. Like, I'd like to see this or this taken out, maybe even IB taken out. That's why this setup doesn't really play out that well. These are like lower time frame mini structure breaks, which I'm not a big fan of. All right, going back to Michael's. So I will do pretty much what you say because you've helped me out a tremendous amount. So I will trade the auto strat that you have, but I'm not going to trade it with my cash accounts. What I will do as a challenge is I am going to. What kind of sale is Apex running right now? 50% off. That's not the greatest. That's not the greatest. All right, what I promise you is I will purchase 10 Apex evals, and on one day we'll just trade the 10 Apex evals with your auto strat. See if we can pass those 10 for PAs. So depending on when their next sale is, the first day of a good sale, I'll pick up 10, and then I'll trade that day or the next day with your auto strat. Deal? Nah, you never. It's impossible to put me on the spot. I'm on the spot every day, man. It's hard for anybody to put me on the spot. I will say one thing about this live stream. My main concern, and I had a lot of conversations with my wife on this, was I didn't want the stream to change my trading style. You know, I mean, you guys see I'm not your typical YouTuber that, you know, is talking complete fucking nonsense. Sorry for that swear, but just, you know, flamboyant and crazy and nutty. I wanted to stay as true to my original trading as I've been doing since I can remember. And, you know, I didn't want the chat to influence my trading decisions or, you know, taking trades that I normally wouldn't trade just to see an order on the screen. And I think I've stayed true to that. So that's the one thing that, you know, gives me a good feeling about continuing the stream long term. is that it has not affected my trading whatsoever. That was a good bounce off that one, wasn't it? Rob, remember the days trading Bob Anderson's Ninja software? Absolutely. Yeah. That's honestly what got my channel started. I knew there was a lot of interest in it, and I'm like, well, if there's interest in it, let's see what it can do. And let's put some money behind it, which I know not a lot of other people did that. I don't think really anybody did. Put a lot of blind faith in the beginning. Just on the strat. I mean, I knew his strategy very well. But when the system is trading it for you, again, from then to now, there's been a huge evolution for myself. And I think for him too, maybe, to a certain extent. I see him a lot more interested in the overnight open, the previous day open and close. And I know why. That's where the volume's at. That's where you get reactions from. I was in 142, 142, 142. Where are we looking at here? Was that Key? Well, Key, you're on the right area. It was the 142 was in an area of it was in an area of some unbalanced volume. The NQs made a really big push, and the break of structure that came out the break of structure that came out of the 142s was just a mini break, and those are not going to be as reliable. But again, you're onto the right. It's the right area. It's the right area. It did. It broke structure, but it broke mini structure. Did not break a big structure there. It's not bad. I mean, it's a good area to look. And as you guys can see, I saw something there, but even as I was mapping it out, I'm like, I don't like the fact that this didn't break structure, bigger structure. So just didn't have that time for volume really to get unbalanced and balance back out. It just wasn't a great setup. I don't know how much faster internet I can get than that. 881, 342. That's pretty damn fast. So it's definitely not the internet. Like I said, this weekend my project is to tweak the processor here. the processor and the memory. I want to make sure that they're optimized because I know AMD has a bunch of optimization that you can do to them, and I don't think I've done that. I think it's pretty much everything is just stock what I put in there. Because in the stream, when you're streaming, it does, and I'm streaming with Ninja. If you stream with TradingView or something like that, or the prop firm, the Tradeovate, that shit's easy. I mean, that's just internet. So, I mean, that's no big deal. But this is a lot more calculations in when you're using Ninja. And just based off what I saw in Florida with my laptop, the lag on the changing intervals from like the 1 to the 5 was super quick. This one is just, for some reason, it's getting hung up on something. I'm not sure what it is. And based on what I saw with customers, with what people were saying, is that maybe I should just do a fresh install of NinjaTrader. I do remember when I first installed it, I did get an installation error. I don't remember what the error was. I redid it and then it worked. But then again, if I do a fresh install, I got to go through everything all over again, all the indicators and the machine IDs. And that's a pain in the sack that I don't really want to do right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is just try to optimize the PC that I got right now, the processor and everything. I'm not a fan of the VPNs. I know a lot of people are. I'm not. I did try one maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. I also don't like my stuff. I mean, I know this is on the internet right now, but I don't like all my stuff just floating out there. I don't know. I guess call me old school on that. All right, here's another test. Tell me if the volume on the music, on the background music, gets any louder. Let's see if this works. Hold on. Let me know if the music right now is louder than you normally would hear it on the background. I'll wait till somebody replies. If the background music got any louder or any softer. A little louder. Hear nothing. Sounds same to me. Okay, cool. Now you're probably hearing some background. Let me just switch this back off. Okay. Cool. I do like listening to music, so while I'm trading. So I've never done that before, but now I know I can maybe put in some earbuds or something in, at least in one ear. Typically don't know. There is background. Yeah, there is background music. So VPN is just, it's a virtual private network. So you're using servers, remote servers. The big one right now is like Amazon, the AWS solutions that they have. A lot of people use them. And then you load NinjaTrader as you would on their server, so that when you log in, you're not logging into necessarily NinjaTrader on your local PC. You're just logging in to the VPN through your internet browser, which then you could do that anywhere. And trade, it's going to show like a desktop, like a Windows desktop, and you trade it like as if you were in front of a desktop. That makes sense. I'm open to like a lot of genres. I listen to country. I listen to rock. I can listen to rap. I mean, it just I'm a little bit more old school on my music choices, but with 3 young kids, they keep me pretty updated. I don't hear music. Really don't hear any background music right now? You should. I mean, yes. That's correct, Random. Sick. All right, so here's a little teaching moment. Where do you guys see some unbalanced volume right now in the ES? Match it up with your volume profile. Put your comments below, and then I'll let you know where it's at. Wow. Submarine Squid. No, VPS virtual private server. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. VPN is virtual private network. I knew what the VPN was, but VPS, okay, that's cool. Which VPS are you using? I mean, now that I'm thinking about it, I guess that would be pretty cool, because then I wouldn't have to worry about when I'm in Florida or down here. It would just be on the same server. I guess until the server goes down. NQ. What's going on with NQ? Well, you're right. NQ is close here. That was a good push by the NQ there. 290s, 285. So TP1 has got some strength. 290's not very strong though. 290's not very strong yet. ES is flirting. Anybody find any unbalanced volume on the ES? It's a good teaching moment. It'll help you guys. Just look for it. What do you mean sorry for the intro? That was awesome. It's useful. That's what we're looking for, man. Is useful help in the chat. Sounds like old Doctor Who music from England. So this is the one I have right now playing is Retro Wave Essentials. So I had to buy the subscription so that I wouldn't get sued for copyright infringement on Epidemic Sound. And I just try to keep it like not falling asleep music, but not like hardcore rock, rap, or anything like that. I do switch it up from day to day, but there's about 3 channels there that I feel pretty comfortable with. That doesn't, not too nutty. When you say unbalanced volume, how do you see that? All right, look for a level. Look for a level on the 1, 5, 15 minute. You got to know how to find your levels. That's the first step. And then 2, look for an impulsive move out of that level. See what you see. Match it up then with your volume profile. See if it's in an area of high interest, and you should find an area that's unbalanced. Be shy, guys. There's no wrong answer. If you don't say it quickly, I'm gonna have to do it myself. All right, nobody wants to. No one wants to partake. Good spot right here on the ES. 67.59. Good job. Good job, Mike. Spot on. Oh, sorry. You don't see it on the chart. Because I'm on the NQ. So this is your unbalanced volume on the ES. That goes pretty much from the 66s all the way down to the 46s. So your 59 call right here is good. Now, jump down a little lower, and your spot that's gonna be of interest is gonna be right actually at the top. Badook. So now we've narrowed down the unbalanced area to this impulsive move from the 67, 66s to the 63s. And now you could formulate a trade from there. Even though I don't like necessarily that it's on the bottom part of the volume profile. You might get this little ledge play right here. But we'll map it out. See what happens. TP2, you could go real big on TP2. What did I do here? Sorry, guys. That's entry. That's TP. All right. So let's see how the 66 is That's pretty good. 66s, 70s, 65s have got some support. This actually doesn't look that bad. $67, 66 and 3/4, targeting 67, 69 and 3/4. TP2 67, 73 and 3/4. Oh, a lot of 3/4. And stop loss at 67, 62 and 3/4. I don't know if I like the fact that they're all 3/4. But this looks pretty decent. Looks pretty decent. Oh, a lot of pressure from sellers right now, though, up here. A lot of pressure. And what did I say they wanted to? 6703s. It's a big target. It's interesting here. I say always go with your gut, man. Unless you're terrible at trading and you just go against your gut every time. That could be a good strategy. God knows I've been there. This setup to me down here at the 67, 66 looks better than the setup up here. Actually, this is like a B- setup right now. I got it white lined. I haven't really seen them step in at all. There's nothing, no stepping in right there. I got about 8 more minutes of the stream. Unless we're in a trade. Oh, that's so good. Doing good, Dominic, today. I'm doing good hopefully almost every day, but today so far has been great. It's been great for the setups. I think we're 3 for 3. Maybe 2 for 2, I don't know. Can't remember now. There's a trade copier called Trade Copy. I've heard of that. An option for a VPS trade copy. Doing good, hustler. We've been hustling here all morning. There should be a fight here at between TP2 and TP1. Should balance that out. 95s are coming in pretty strong. That's good. That gives you a good level of defense right there. Is where they got a big pocket here sitting. Be careful there. It's kind of funny how this works. Oh, this setup got really good. This setup got really juicy. And this one started to lose a little strength here. No. It's interesting. Right here, there's going to be 66. Huh. 60s down here. It's funny, I think this is now the B plus A minus setup right here, and this now is turned into a B minus. It's kind of weird how that flipped. I don't like the area right here. It's just not, they're not defending this at all right now. I must say, that bothers me. But DP1 looks like they're gonna definitely balance out. what do you want to do? Yes. What do you want to do? And there's no strength at the 65s. No strength right now. Could sweep the 60s very easily too. And if they tap into our entry here, they left the 72s unbalanced right above here. Let's see if they balance that out. They did. Alright, so they balanced that out. I don't like that either. How's the footprint there? Oh, good footprint too. Negative 182. See, that you can make a nice little trade right there. That's an easy one. And they had unbalanced pocket right above it. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I got to get off to work. Hit the like on the stream, please. Appreciate it. Right now, this setup here on the ES is not giving me the best fuzzy feeling. I like this one at the 67.93. Again, hit the like on the stream. And hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I've had a bunch of fun with you guys this week. From Florida to Chicago. And see you guys all on Monday. Nice meeting you too, Submarine. That would have been a nice setup. Great footprint confirmation there too. That was a nice one. All right, guys. Have a great weekend.